A bit of an editor note here. So, this part here, I get rather emotional and very involved as I relate heavily to this part. So, if you don't really want to listen to it, you might want to skip. This part is basically Zander going over his childhood, which has a lot of emotional trauma, and I relate to it a lot. So, sorry for that. I'll catch you guys later. Enjoy. Take care of yourselves. All right, we ready? Cool. Undefeated is intended for audiences ages 18 or older. This visual novel contains scenes that include intense graphic violence, flashing lights, substance abuse, and strong language. Reader discretion is advised. Or, well, viewer or listener discretion is advised. What the heck did we do last time? If I remember right, we had a close moment with Redline. And then we saw that the commissioner was going to do something, which we go, oh no. And then now we're in the game room with Bruce, where we shouldn't be, but hey, we're here. So, see where we left off. Whoop. He stands up the stretch, ruffling Red's hair as he follows suit. Got any other ideas? I can run up and grab my other controller. Nah, I'm all video gamed out. Yeah, and I gotta head to an appointment. Oh, Xander's in trouble. I'm going to see Drayden. It's not like I'm getting called to the principal's office. What'd you do, Zan? Rob a bank? Steal a controller? He's been staying up past his bedtime for months now. I thought we raised you better. For shame. I'm leaving. They laugh as I finally manage to get away, reaching some peace in the quiet hallway. Okay, maybe a bit too quiet. I hope they at least find something to keep them entertained. This is the first time I've had an appointment to see Drayden in a while, even for anything medical. Thankfully. I bumped into him in the halls a few times, though, and the cafeteria, too. He's usually accompanied by Bucky, but that might just be a coincidence. Nah, that is not a coincidence. That is not a coincidence. Maybe I can grill him about the reasoning for that as payback for how pushy he is regarding my well-being. That'll show him. Drayden's already in his office when I get there. The only thing separating this room from any other room is some kind of oil diffuser. It's sitting on his table, shooting out an unjust amount of vapor. Hello, Zander. Thank you for meeting with me today. He's speaking in an overly calm tone, and those are sweatpants? I'm trying something new. What do you think? I fan some vapor away from my face. Hotboxing your patients is one way to get them to calm down, yeah. The doctor laughs and adjusts the diffuser. I've been trying to make therapy sessions more enticing. You'd be surprised how many men down here could use it. Tell me about it. You know, I really don't think that would surprise me at all. Another laugh as Drayden crosses a leg and leans back in his chair. I suppose you and I do see the same sort of people day in and day out. I guess so. You just don't have to deal with him being aggressive in the gym. Oh, there's been a few folks in the med bay that require some added security. You know how grumpy some men can get after a loss. Was that a jab at me? Oh, no, not at all. Sorry, I chuckle, shifting in my seat. I'm just teasing. Stop that! It scares me! The two of us giggle. Feels nice to have this alone time with him, but I guess we should get started. Of course. What brings you in? I guess I want to talk about my dad. Did something happen since our last session? Sort of, yeah. I got a text from him. At first, I was excited because it meant I wouldn't have to talk in person, but he just told me to call him. I swear, if I had to mute this music... that's not very useful. Right? He was always like that, wanting to talk about things to my face, things face to face. I guess that's not really a bad thing, but sometimes I would just up, you know? Well, new record, 5 minutes in. 6 minutes in, really. It happened with my mom, too. Can you give me an example? I got a call from your teacher. Care to explain your grades? I don't know. The class is hard. Look at me when I'm talking to you. Oh, I know that feeling. You need to get it together. Your cousins graduated with a perfect GPA, and your father and I did it too. Okay, that has to be a bald-faced lie. That has to be a bald-faced lie, because someone out there tell me when has that actually ever happened? I mean, maybe, I'm not disregarding the possibility. Okay, yeah, I am disregarding the possibility, but I just don't see that. I'm sorry. Sorry? Is that really the attitude you want to have? I'm so sick and tired of, look at me! She would always hit the table when she got mad. My mom would always hit me. So I guess you're lucky there. You're not even trying anymore. I'm sick of it. My aunt was more like this. My aunt would do the slam table thing and then say, I'm sick of this. And if what I think follows, then this will be exactly the same. Well, do you have anything to say, or are you just going to stand there looking sad? I can't say sorry again. She'll keep slamming the table. Close. But I'm waiting for the one thing that pops up. If it doesn't pop up, I'll just say it. And the next time might not be the table she hits. Okay, now that one's closer to my mom. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Zander? I don't know what to say. Whenever people get mad, I freeze up. Yeah? Yeah. It happened with Mom and Dad. It happened with the commissioner. It happened when I first met Bruce. And whenever it happens, Why are you mad? It's your fault it got this bad in the first place. I don't know what to say, so I stay quiet. Yeah, that's me. But if I stay quiet, they get mad. And when they get mad, I want to apologize. But if I apologize, they don't accept it. Yep. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what they wanted from me. I'm sorry. This better not come up again. Understand? Yes. Yes. So you would lock up whenever faced with that intense fear. Okay, so the thing that didn't occur? Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah. There's a joke about looking like a deer in headlights. I'm not sure. Well, I don't exactly get like Zander, but I do. But yeah, as for like what would happen for my aunt, at least the time that I was forced to spend with her, she would get all belligerent and whatnot, and then she would put on an act and go, I slave over a stove. I slave over a stove, and I've taken care of you all this time, and this is what you bring me? Like, that's how my aunt would be. My other aunt was more or less the same. And then would just throw punishments on. My mom would essentially just slap me in the face. My mom would slap me in the face, and then she would bring up her usual line that I guess she retired it, maybe. But it's probably still there. She would say the line, I brought you into this world, and I can take you out. It would generally get down there, and I just go like, and I'm just like, I would be too angry to answer. Because, or it's like, I don't know. Essentially, it would be, I don't know what to say, but also I would want to say some very angry words that I know in my mind I don't take back. So I essentially just bite my tongue, and I end up I end up having to yell about it later. I end up having to yell about it like later somewhere, which is not healthy for me, and it's not healthy for those on the receiving end. And I am very sorry for that. Generally, I would just like either go outside and yell, which I can't exactly do anymore because I now have neighbors again, or I would just sit in my room, yell very quietly, and then that yelling would end up being going to my dogs and my cat, which is not healthy at all. Yeah, I'm a rather f***ed up person myself. Anyway, I need to push on. I wasn't about to say that, but he scribbles down a little more. He scribbles a little more down. So you sometimes have trouble talking to someone that's yelling at you. I think that's perfectly normal. It's actually different when it comes to when my boss was yelling at me over stuff. Because he was unreasonably hard on me for no reason. Yet it was just essentially all my other coworkers trying to throw me under the bus so they can keep their job and I can lose mine. I ended up, I did what someone else said when just said, like, imagine your boss imagine something terrible happening to your boss, and that will make you feel better. And I essentially imagined my boss with a Halo sticky grenade on him. Yeah. I am very bad. I am very bad. I am a very bad person mentally. Push on. And I take it you've tried to approach it over text, since you struggle with these kind of face-to-face interactions? Yeah. I don't message anyone in text because I will say stuff, and they will interpret it the wrong way. That's another reason why I keep quiet, is like people will take stuff in a serious manner and take drastic action. Anyway. But I might have gone a little overboard, I guess. You're finally home. Yeah. I got your text. I'm sorry. That's what you said in your text about 100 times, too. I'm sorry. You overreacted. You overreacted again. You need to get your attitude in check. Dang. Sorry. Stop it. Stop making excuses. He's not making excuses. You always do this. You freak out and overreact over nothing. Oh, God. See, this would be the thing that I would start exploding over. And I would just go explode it over something in private. Are you scared of me? Do you think I'm going to hurt you? If this is directed at me, yeah. If this is directed at me personally, yeah. I mean, I was slapped across the face for a spelling test. So, yeah. Oh, God. No. Yes. Yes. I'm not going to kill you because of a bad grade. Let's be honest. We'd be surprised. We'd all be surprised. There was a news article over that before, too. My body tenses up when I hear the garage door open. When you beat the table in front of me, it makes me wonder what would happen if it wasn't blocking me from you. It would be a straight slap across the face. Trust me. God. I have to stay up late and listen for your footsteps to stop before I can leave my room so I don't have to feel you look at me. Yeah. Don't look at me. I f***ing hate you. Please don't look at me. Don't you feel safe with us? No. Children that feel safe don't hide themselves away. If I felt safe, I wouldn't be apologizing. If we're such awful people, you can go live with your friends. That one has popped up for me. Not in the same context, but it has. You said that once. Look how you turned out when I actually left. Stop crying! You're so sensitive! Change that line to, stop crying or I'll give you something to cry for. I take a deep breath. Ground yourself. Take a deep breath. After a moment, I open my eyes and see Drayden. He has so much compassion, so much patience, so much forgiveness. I'm safe. I'm safe here. Sorry. I'd like to think that I was a good student and a good son too, I guess. But whenever I couldn't be perfect, they would go ballistic. It's stupid to admit, but it was always really scary. It was over stuff that never really mattered. Grades, clothes, food, mess anything up and they start slamming doors. Did they ever hit you? No. Mine did. He writes something down, but it felt like they were going to. One day near the end of sophomore year, I found out I was getting a bad grade in class. Not failing, but not good either. I didn't know what they wanted. I was trying my best. I couldn't stay silent, so I just lost it at school. Sent them a ton of text apologizing, telling them I was going to be better. I wanted to be good for them. I didn't want them to be mad at me. It was such a stupid thing to have a breakdown over. I mean, at least you went that far. I have a breakdown and I just go silent. I just go silent and stay quiet for the rest of the evening or day and just fall asleep. So you're better than me in that regard, I would suppose. But it felt very real. You said it yourself. It felt like they were going to hurt you. I don't think that's a bad reason to break down. The threat of physical harm felt real. Even if it was over a D in English class or whatever. How'd you know I got a D? Okay, no, God, I'm trying to cheer myself up. It was a C in physics. Bruh, that ain't bad. It's physics. And if that's high school, then what the heck? You're taking physics in high school? God, whatever. I wish I went there. It was a C? Obviously worthy of assaulting your child over. That managed to get a little laugh out of me. I wiped the bead of tears welling at the edge of my eyes. I had never got a worse punishment than just some simple grounding or a load of extra chores. I mean, I was still young, so that was the most they could do without it getting dangerous. You're lucky. You're lucky. I would get beat the hell out of. I don't get beat the hell out of for it. All you got was some extra chores or grounding? I got that plus a beat down. Oh, man. But it felt like I was waiting for the other shoe to drop. One day I was going to f*** up and they'd start swinging. I'm thankful it didn't come to that. And these are people you were trying to be perfect for. Wouldn't it be nice to put that energy towards people that care about you? It's a bit jarring to hear that out loud. Do they care for me? I mean, they cared for me once, but now that I'm fully independent, sorry. You have nothing to apologize for. With everything you've told me, I think it's perfectly natural to feel the way you feel. They treated every little mistake like a life or death situation. And that's trained your mind to react like that to anything. Sure, someone could say it might have toughened you up, but is that worth it? Oh, God. Oh. Keep going. Is it healthy to scare someone into submission? God, it's like, I just changed the words to like something worse, and yeah, oh God. Answer no and no. Especially when said parents would just beat you into submission instead. I still, I don't have those marks anymore, as far as I know. But I still remember where exactly I got hit with some pretty hard things. If it wasn't solely a belt or a switch, which for those that don't know what a switch is basically a tree branch, but the tree branch is, what's the word? The tree branch is thin enough that it basically can be swung like a whip. So in other words, it's a makeshift whip. Oh, I got hit with a damn yardstick with the metal edge on it. And not just any kick. I'm talking Blaze Blue Azrael 214C kicked into a closet. So yeah, my dad hit me with Azrael's Valiant Charge. God. And yeah, it was over. Petty. God, don't try not to. I am trying to hold back. And it was over petty crap. Taking too long to find a coat because it's supposedly cold. Bad grades. Teacher. God, don't. Teacher lying on me and not fixing my grades despite everything. Going over to playing over at somebody's house and going inside, but trying to stay in sight, so they know where I am, like literally next door. Which, okay. Playing with my gigapet for all things. It's like crying at my own graduation even. God. Yeah, I got beat the hell out of for all that and more. If this goes the way I think it goes, then it's probably the one thought that I always question in my head as to why it's there. I'm sorry. I'm trying to press on. I'm trying to press through this. It feels like life has been very cold for you, Zander. Huh. Be honest, I describe my life as a prison. God, you know how much I'm going to have to edit after this? And I'm mad about that now, too. Like, yeah, I should leave, but for some reason, I just can't bring myself to actually leave. Or at least when I finally have the opportunity, something else comes up. And I can no longer leave. Anyway. Yeah. This is about the visual novel, not about me. I guess. I still have trouble accepting it. I still have trouble accepting that. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, for one, like you explain any of this to most people, they'll just say, oh, boo hoo. And then they'll compete and say they had a worse life than you, or they'll say like this person had a worse life than you. Which, yeah, that is very true. Like that is very true in various cases. But also, like they don't want to hear about your disaster life. For one reason or another. And it's not that like we got strong or anything. It's not that we got strong or anything. I wouldn't say that. It's that we essentially learned, at least from my point of view, is that we just essentially learned, I essentially learned to just shut up and keep my head down, you know? Because eventually everything will stop. Eventually it will stop. Or it'll just pass over. Mm-mm. Mm. But like admitting that life has been cold or cruel or harsh, that's the other issue. Is because you can easily imagine things to being a lot worse. Like you can somehow imagine things being a lot worse. Oh, this is even a long part. It's only long because this is the one part that will, God, it just hits me harder than it should. Well, harder than I want it to, really, because I relate to this way too much. I actually said this at the, oh, God. I actually said this in a Twitter post. Maybe not Twitter, maybe bluesky, either one. It don't care. Who cares? Where I thought the writer basically was spying on my entire life to write this. Because of how much I match up the Zander. Anyway. Just my parents paid for my classes and everything, though. They gave me a lot. Yeah. They also threatened you with assault and kicked you out when you were 16. No, read that wrong. They also threatened you with assault and kicked you out when you were 16. Now that didn't happen. My God, Zander, you don't have to give them a pass for doing the bare minimum. I don't mean to give you a counterpoint, but there are people who don't even do the bare minimum. Oh my God. There are people who won't even do the bare minimum. And you know what the worst part is for me on this? Like, I've been told, like, hey, you're their child. Like, hey, you're their child. You know what your job is supposed to be? Pay them back for everything that they gave you. I've been told that. Oh, as soon as this is over, I'm cutting it. Sorry. It sounds like they went through the motions, which isn't bad. There are some things that things a parent should do as a baseline. But I also think not making your child think you're going to beat them should be on that list. I'm not going to tell you whether or not you should forgive them. That's not a decision I can make. But when that time comes, I want you to ask yourself if they deserve all the energy you spend fearing them. No. He laughs. Well, I'm glad that's figured out. Therapy over. But really, they can claim their love for you, but that doesn't really cancel out their actions, right? It's not healthy to live with that mindset. You know, can I just sign myself in the Fang so I can just go see Drayden? So I can just go see Drayden and have this talk? Down here, people get hurt all the time. Bones break, cartilage tears, wounds open. Those can be repaired. But your parents, they hurt you, Zander. They hurt you in a way that medicine can't fix. He pauses after saying that, looking straight into me. For some reason, tears reach my eyes. Yeah. They hurt me. I have to understand that. I have to stop making excuses for them. Drayden just looks at me. Please don't. I don't want to see you. I don't want you to see me cry. Ignoring a cut doesn't make it go away, Zander. It gets infected. And the infection grows and it spreads. And it's been festering in you for so long. Please stop. I have to close my eyes so he can't see me cry. I don't want this to be his problem. But then, his body presses against mine, arms draped over my shoulders. Drayden is so soft, so delicate, but his hold is firm. I'm sorry you've been hurting for so long. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry that this hurts now. I'm sorry. But this is the only way the wound can start to heal. I'm sorry. You're brave for coming to see me. You're brave for surviving. Please don't write it off as that. Thank you for being so strong for all this time. No more. I don't need to hold back, and I don't think I can. I start sobbing into Drayden. All this ugliness, all this hate, forced out of my body. My heart doesn't deserve the weight. It can't carry it. I don't deserve to carry it. I forced my heart to stay cold so nobody would come near. So I didn't have to be afraid of anything, of anyone. But Drayden's hug, his voice, his body, it's all so warm. You're safe here, Zander. I'm safe here. I'm safe. Those words scare me. I don't know what safe is, or maybe I forgot it too long ago. But here and now, I don't have to worry. I thought I could just get past it. I thought it would go away when I left. You tried to bench 175 when you were injured, and look how that turned out. Okay. It's scary. I know it is. A lot of men are too scared to face it. Drayden lets out a slow sigh, his hug staying firm. I'm proud of you for coming to see me, and for being so open. It hurts to pour your heart out like this. The two of us stay there for a while as my sods peter out, muffled into his jacket. Do you need some space? I can... As he pulls away, I hold him closer. Just a little longer. Please. If that's okay. Of course it is, Zander. A bit of time passes with some more encouraging words. I don't remember. My head always gets a little fuzzy in therapy. Maybe it's the essential oils assaulting my snout. The tears are all tapered out at this point, so Drayden's back in his chair writing something down on that clipboard. I'd like to see his notes sometime. So, are you all set? I think so. I'm going to work on all this broken mess of a deer. The cat shakes his head. Not broken. Not a mess. I don't want to hear any of that self-depreciating language. You're not a mess. You're not something that needs fixing. You're a strong young man that's lived with a lot of pain. And now you're healing. Having a good positive mindset is very important in the healing process, Zander. Granted, it won't fix everything, but it's definitely going to help. And as for your freezing up issue, we can talk more on that in our next session. Though, it is interesting. Redline mentioned that you stood up for him before his fight, and you didn't even flinch. That's right, with Cole. I guess it's easier when I'm defending someone I care about. Drayden gives us a gentle smile. That's very honorable. Let's see if we can get you to care about yourself that much, too. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about today? I should maybe explore that a little more. Actually, yeah. A few weeks back, me and Redline were hanging out. He was getting really talkative and anxious, so I don't know why I'm dancing around the subject. It's not like we fucked or anything. Just pet him on the head, like a dog. Drayden looks confused but happy. Oh, is that a problem? No, it's not. I think it's just confusing. I did it just off of instinct, and I've never had that instinct to do it before. It sounds like you two gotten a little closer since then. I guess that is true. I just don't like seeing other people being mean to him. I don't have a clear picture of what he's got going on, but I know he's not doing well. And if that big piece of Cole tries to make it worse, I'll send him to the med bay. Drayden laughs nervously and shifts in his seat. As an employee who is also your friend, I'm going to choose not to have heard that. But I am thankful that you two are becoming friendlier. I think it's good for the both of you. Yeah, I think so too. And I feel like I should apologize for him. For what? Just everything. I've been kind of an asshole for a while, and I don't want to make the situation any worse. He smiles and writes something down. Well, I don't think Redline would ever hold that sort of thing against you, but if you feel compelled, I'm sure Redline would appreciate it. Oh, and of course, let me know if anything happens between you and your father. I'm always here if you need me. I nod and make my way to the door. Thank you, Drayden. Take a deep breath and move on. I don't like thinking about that sort of stuff. It tugs at that hole in my chest. It makes me feel like something's missing. Maybe things would be different if I didn't have to suffer like I did as a kid. Maybe I wouldn't be here. Bruce wouldn't have to worry about his job, but maybe Redline would still be living alone. A shudder creeps down my spine when that thought appears. I don't know how well off Red would be without me. That sounds a little selfish, but I can't help but worry about him. Him and his soft fur. Okay. Oh, no. Oh. Right. Why did I pet him in the first place? He seemed so anxious. I couldn't just let him feel scared. It's the last thing he needs, especially with everything he's going through. Oh, yeah, that's it. I was just trying to be nice. So, why did I want to pet him again? Ever since that night, I've wanted to spend more and more time with him. Do I? like him? Or do I just feel some sense of friendship for the first time in forever? Oh, oh no. Oh. Oh. Okay. I first need to apologize for the emotional bit, especially since I got into it with my own self, with myself, and spilling that all out. Which is why I've been trying to like make YouTube videos on the side, well, random videos on the side, just talking about that kind of stuff. But it's hard for it to come out, to be honest. Or really, it's hard to talk about and then not. It's hard to talk about and then just be absolutely terrified of uploading it because you know there's so many possibilities that could happen because of that. And that's generally what catches me. But I just spilled all of this, and all right, we're gonna go. I'm leaving that part there. I'm I gotta go. I gotta go because I need to. I gotta like, well, not sober up, so to speak, but I need to calm down a bit myself. All right, bye.